welcome back to Growing
Glowing and
and Glowing.
glowing.
This is your girl Wins,
And your boy Brands?
and we're back with another episode.
Yes.
So today we have an interesting topic. What are we going to be talking about?
We'll be talking about how you can maintain a positive mindset or what we do to try to maintain our positive mindset.
Yes. Okay, so let's get right into it. So, what do you do? Or, sorry. So, in your words, what does having a positive mindset mean to you? So, in your words, what does having a positive mindset mean to you?
Me, what having a positive mindset is, it's having the agility and the mind power to see the good in bad situations. Like, for an example, like someone who goes through a situation that isn't good and just tries to see the positive of it rather
Mm-hmm.
than to, get bitter and negative about it.
Yeah.
They go in and do something about it and maintain their cool and, the positive mindset.
Yeah, so then always, finding the positive in a bad situation.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. And I definitely agree, that's definitely part of having this positive mindset. It's always being able, to find the good in every situation, no matter how tough it may be.
Yes. And also I feel like maintaining a positive mindset to me is when you know you're doing something wrong and you take accountability
Oh, yeah.
and you go ahead and make two rights to make that wrong,
Mm-hmm.
not go away, but to tell yourself that you're holding yourself accountable and you're
Mm-hmm.
trying to make a change.
Yes, definitely.
And
Yeah, I love that you said that.
yeah, I feel like that's a lot of people walk around like they when things happen and they it's easier for like their mental health
Mm-hmm.
like to just fall out of place, just depending
Yeah,
on
yeah.
situation. So I feel like that's what it is, having the power to just not break like that.
Yes, I love that. And I feel like that is like really like a type of power, like you said,
Yeah.
because not many people hold themselves accountable. And I feel like today a lot of people tend like me, I used to blame like how I was feeling or like what was happening throughout my day on other people rather than like
Yes.
realizing like girl, like this is all on you. Like you were late, this happened to you because you were procrastinating or blah blah blah. But in reality, like that's what it is, like really taking accountability for your actions and realizing everything that happens to you is for a reason,
Yes.
and it's not anybody else's problem, it's not everybody else's fault. And once you find that, I feel like that's when you really start to see life for what it is, and you start to develop a more positive like mindset.
Yeah, and I feel like you said like holding yourself accountable, like that will automatically like train your brain to be like, you know what, like you're more self-aware now and you're just,
Mm-hmm.
rather than having one thing ruin your day, your entire day, you just let it just happen as a situation and then move on to, find something, because you never know, something might happen better than what happened before. And the same
Yes.
day is just, you just have to keep your head up and your mindset open, right?
Yeah, definitely. And then so now let's get into like what type of actions do you take to maintain like that positive mindset?
Yes, no, wait, but what is your, what is like your,
My
yeah,
definition of
like
a
what's your outtake of like positive mindset, or what do you think that means?
So to me, it's basically the same thing as you,
Yeah.
like being able to be in that state of mind and maintaining it. And also the way I see like having a positive mindset has to do with like how my brain works. So being able to be in control of my thoughts, that's like to me like having a positive mindset. Because ultimately like your thoughts control your actions, and your actions control your future or your life or your present.
Yeah.
So when I think of having a positive mindset, I think of like my RAS, sorry,
Yes.
which stands for our reticular activating system. And what that does basically is that it acts like a filter system. Filter system focuses on what's important to you. So if you're in a constant negative state of mind and you're constantly focusing on all the negativity in your life, it's focusing on like why your day's so bad. All that your brain does is that focus on what's bad. It's like Instagram. So like think about like your Instagram feed. Let's say like there's all of a sudden like a cute video of a puppy, and then you like that video of a puppy. All of a sudden, what do you see for the next fucking like hour? There's
Like
like,
puppies on puppies on
yeah,
puppies. Yeah.
literally. Why? I'm like, because like the fucking algorithm is
Yeah.
programmed like that. And that's exactly how your RAS works. Like it notices that you're focused on the negative stuff in your life. So then that's all it does. It focuses on all the negativity instead of focusing on the good things that are actually happening in your life. And that's basically how I got into like having this positive state of mind once I learned about that. And then I realized like, okay, I do have a negative state of mind. So then just having the willpower to change it and being able to change it, I started focusing on the good things. So then like going back like to the question, like just focusing like on having a positive mindset to me is being in control of my thoughts and my
Yes, I
actions.
love that. Yes, and then back to your question about what we do or what I do. I feel like what I do in like situations where I'm trying to maintain my mindset positive,
Mm-hmm.
I a lot of times I do tend to put myself in other people's shoes or in other people's situations because I feel like that would give me more of a understanding of why
Mm-hmm.
I feel like is shifting, like
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
totally.
like my mental positive mental my positive mentality. I feel like when it's shifting, that's when I'm like, okay, like maybe I can get a better understanding of what is going on. So I get, like
Mm-hmm.
you said, I have the power to get a grasp of the situation.
Yeah.
So that's basically what I do. Also, what I do when I catch myself doing something negative is I tend to go back and try to make two rights
Mm.
because I feel like tend to tell myself I tend to hold myself accountable whenever I'm in a situation like that. So whenever I do, I tend to just go out of my way to even make it better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah.
Because like I said, if I'm having a bad day or if I did something bad that tried to mess up my day, I work even harder to do two more things to make it better.
Yes. Yeah. So it's like
Yeah.
kind of like finding like the good. Like even though this went bad, like I still have this to look forward to, or
Yes,
like I still
exactly.
have like this opportunity. Like I love that. And that's how like I see my days too. Like even though some maybe my morning didn't go as planned, I'm like, okay, like literally just it's okay, breathe. You have like 10 more hours still till the day ends. Like that
Yes.
within those 10 hours, there's so much like endless possibility, so much more good things that can happen to you. So it's like, why let this little thing even bother you?
Exactly. And I feel like, yeah, you said, like, just why would you let one thing, like, bother you when
Mm-hmm.
there's more things that can make you happy?
Yeah, and I used to be so bad at that. Like I would let like just one thing set me off for the
Yes.
entire day and kill my mood. And like
Me.
like honestly that sucks because like then you're known for that and like people already know like you can't do that because she gets triggered or like blah blah blah, right?
Hmm.
And but like it's just why do you want to like waste so much anger on something or like so much like of that energy throughout the whole day when there's so much more the things to be grateful for?
Yes.
And like I guess like speaking of gratefulness, I feel like that's also one thing that I defined having a positive mind with is
Yes.
being graceful.
Yes. I love that you mentioned that because I do that a lot too. Even being grateful of just to being able to wake up
Yeah.
breathing in a nice warm house next
Mm-hmm.
to the two people I love the most. Like to me,
Yeah.
that is probably like the most thing I can be grateful for every morning. So I
Yeah.
feel like, yeah, like being grateful will definitely shift that because once you're grateful, like there's nothing you can't be ungrateful for because you know everything you receive is meant for you and you're gonna hold it with a grain of salt.
Yes, exactly. And like really practicing the art of gracefulness, I think is the ultimate it's the ultimate way to live a fulfilling life. Like cuz at the end of the day, you can work really hard to achieve like a big goal, like maybe buying your dream car. But what happens to many people is that once they buy that dream car, they're still unfulfilled. They're still
Yeah.
like in a like okay, what next? Or like I'm not satisfied. And that's so sad and that's really how society works today. You
Yeah.
know, we all work toward this one goal and yet we're still not
Like
satisfied.
trying to fill a hole, you know?
Yes, yeah, you're trying to fill hope.
Uh,
But once you learn like to have this positive mindset and stay in a sense of gracefulness,
you won't feel a hole at all. You'll feel
mm-hmm.
like there's nothing missing. Like everything
Yes.
is meant and put in their place for a reason, you know?
Yes, exactly. Like you're just gonna find more joy in life and you learn to, like I said, really appreciate the place where you're at and everything you have and you take everything less for granted, you know, and that's what we really have to like start doing and practicing because I feel like today there's so many people that take so much shit for granted.
Yes. And yes, I love that you brought that up because I'm really big on gratefulness, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving on. What are the other topics or other things you do to maintain a positive mindset?
So another really good tip that I do, I actually learned from Mel Robbins is the 5 second rule.
Yes.
So what this rule does is that you basically count down from five and right on one, it's like a rocket ship. You blast off. You do whatever the fuck you're gonna do instead of sitting there and fucking procrastinating. Because that's what it is. Like it literally just gets you up and makes you just fucking do it.
It's like a
So
switch. You just,
yeah,
yeah.
like a little switch. So whenever, like for example, whenever I'm at the gym and I'm literally dreading being there, and I'm like, fuck, I still have one more fucking set. I don't want to fucking do it. I'm literally just like pushing to get through it. And I'm on the floor. I would just be like, okay, sorry. I'll just be like, okay, I'm gonna give myself just 5 seconds, and at one, I'm gonna do it. And that's what I do.
Mhm.
Literally, I count down from five, and at one, I fucking push through it and I do it. And I do that with like everything. Like in the mornings when I don't want to give up, I apply like, the 5 second rule, like with whatever it is in my life, in order to not procrastinate, I do that. And that just to me, it kind of like you said, it holds me accountable. And it also shows to me that I can keep my word, because I think that's really important to like keeping your word to yourself is part of having like a positive mindset. And not just that, but it contributes to other things, because if you can keep your word to yourself, then that just helps you open new doors, because like you never lie to yourself in that sense, and you're always going to do what you have to do because you're that bitch. Like
Literally.
you're not someone who lies to themselves, and I don't ever want to lie to myself by saying I'm
Yeah.
going to do something and then not do it, because then that
Yeah.
just creates like negative habits.
Yeah, I love that. Like unrealistic habits, huh?
Yeah,
Or not like, yeah,
exactly.
just bad habits. I love that you I'm a little like similar. Mine is not a 5 second rule, but like more like a 5 minute.
Uh-huh.
I give myself like at least 5 minutes to be like, I want to like be lazy.
Yeah, to kind of like be in that state
Yeah,
but
because
then
I know
finish.
once with that timer is off, like, bitch, you're gonna get up, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
wash your fucking teeth, you're gonna fucking wash your face, you're gonna put all your fucking 10 lotions, you're gonna put your like. It's just I once that timer is off, that's like,
Yeah,
like,
that's like
okay,
your wake up call, like, bitch, you had the
yeah.
fucking 5 minutes, now get over it.
Like I
Like,
give myself 5 minutes to be a lazy bitch, and then
mm-hmm.
okay, no, it's time to go.
Yeah, and like I feel
And
like, sorry,
no,
and
no,
I feel
go.
like even 5 minutes, 5 seconds, whatever it is, as long as you keep that like that promise to yourself, it just like automatically makes you a more like a more reliable person, and it shows like to yourself the type of person you can be, and that you
Yeah,
can do shit and get shit done like on time.
exactly, and I like that because I wrote because like I wasn't like I started practicing like not that long ago, and now that like I've been practicing it, I feel like even when I am tired, like, and I try to go back to sleep
Mm-hmm.
after I snooze it, like
Mm-hmm.
my body just wakes up because I'm like, no, like
Yeah,
you already
because
been through this, you're gonna be late, you're gonna like miss something, and you're gonna be pissed.
yeah, and I love that because that just literally trains your mind to creating a healthy, positive habit.
Yeah,
Because if you're constantly going back to like this negative mindset, you're constantly creating little habits that create that negative mindset. So let's say like instead of snoozing that alarm, sorry, instead of not snoozing the alarm, you do that every morning, you snooze it every morning, and you wake up with the negative mindset that fuck work, fuck waking up early,
like
all
five
of
more minutes
that.
is fine. Like, no,
Yeah, all of that just creates negative habits that eventually create a negative mindset. So instead of doing that, you can just turn your life around by creative positive mindsets, and sorry, positive habits that eventually contribute to positive mindset.
yes,
Because like ultimately like that mindset is going to generate positive actions.
yes, and I don't know about you, but I feel like me personally, whenever I'm in my, I feel like I'm being positive, and I feel like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Like, isn't it like that motivates me more?
Yes.
When I'm doing stuff like that,
Mhm.
like, and it triggered like ever that being negative. I feel, sorry, rather than when I feel negative, I feel like I'm so like unmotivated and lazy. That's why I'm like,
Mhm.
once you start practicing more, like trying to maintain that, like you're gonna like look back and think like, wow, like I was really doing these. I
Yeah.
was really doing these things and letting things like that slide, because to me that's like an insult. Because I'm like, you really like I didn't say like, yes, you can take your time, but wouldn't you rather be prepared?
Yes.
Prepared for whatever the bullet's
Mhm.
gonna come for you.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that. I love that you just mentioned that, because I feel like once you create this positive mindset, it changes the way you value yourself.
Yes.
Because that's what it did for me. Like, I'm not gonna say like obviously I didn't value myself, but not to the sense where I do now. Because
Yes.
now the way I value my time, the way I value myself, and how I prioritize myself and my needs
Yes.
is completely different, but in such a good way.
Yes.
Like now that you have such a positive mindset, like you don't tolerate the shit you used to,
Definitely.
and you don't like tolerate just not having a negative mindset,
Yes.
because like why do you want to be in that state of mind when you can just be happy with the life you have and actually live every day loving your life?
Yes. And I feel like also I wanted to put this out there. I feel like there's a stigma around being positive that you have to be a nice person. I feel like being like positive doesn't mean you have to be like nice. Like you can be like a bitch when you need to be a bitch. And like
Yes.
in that sense, because you need to protect your energy and your mental health are like literally what makes your keeps that like positivity keep going, you know? I feel like
Yeah.
when you start protecting yourself and like stand up for what you feel is right, I feel like that does also in like tag work with like having a positive mindset,
Totally. And I just
right?
love that you said about like that stigma because it's true. Like, just because we're talking about having this positive state of mind doesn't mean you're gonna be jolly the
Yeah.
whole fucking like year around, you know, like
Yeah, like
it's
you can get smacked, bitch. Don't like
yeah,
positively
literally.
smacked.
Yes.
Like for sure.
So then like yeah, because that's really what having like a positive mindset is about. I think it's about protecting your energy,
Yeah.
surrounding yourself with good stuff, and basically saying no to all that fucking negative
Yeah.
shit. Like all the negative people, you know, cutting them out, all the negativity that comes your way. Like just having a positive mindset is like I said, protecting yourself, you
Yes.
know, and really protecting your energy because that's the ultimate goal. Like you want to be surrounded by like good people and good things in your life. And you don't need all that negative shit in your life.
Mm-mm. You really don't. Period. Okay, is there anything else you want to add to that?
I think like one more thing I want to add is that what helped me a lot when I first started
Mhm.
this like positive mindset or journey was well first I didn't really believe in it because I thought
Yes.
like okay like it sounds kind of like too good to be true. Like how am I
Yeah.
gonna wake up saying I'm gonna have a good day and actually have a good day? Like there's so many other factors that can make it go wrong, you know?
Yes.
So then I kind of like told myself like you know what, fuck it, like I'm gonna try it, you know, I'm gonna do this whole next 2 weeks to really have a positive mindset. I'm gonna wake up every day and tell myself and be fucking delusional and tell myself it's going to be a good fucking day and have a good day. And I started doing that. Like I actually like started waking up every day. You know, I would literally smile and I think, oh my God, what a great fucking day today. I'm gonna be so positive, you know, just picture how my day would be. And then once I started doing that for like 2 weeks consistently, I actually started to see good shit happen in my life. And instead of
Yeah.
focusing on the negative shit that was going on, I was like focusing on the good things, like, oh my God, like today I got this, and I even had this kind of like abundance and blah, blah, blah. Like, I just started seeing so much good things that I was really appreciating in my life. And I feel like that's what kind of made me to the person that I am today.
I love that. I love that you brought that up because I'm the same way too.
Mm-hmm.
For me, when I first started, to me, like honestly, I feel like a fake bitch.
Yeah.
Like I don't, I guess I don't know
Yes.
how else to explain it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a fake bitch because, like you said before, like I just wouldn't even picture me actually having a good day.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what is this? I've seen a lot of people be like, oh well, I'm not a positive person because I'm a bitch. But like at the same time, like you said, if you're standing up for yourself and you have like you're standing up for something that you believe and it's something that's gonna make you happy, like why not do it, right?
Yeah. If you want to start your journey into being positive, you have to be
Yeah.
delusional. Like you have to believe that you're going to have a good day and that you are in control of your thoughts and that you are in control of whether you're going to have a good or a bad day because you are like you can choose to let that one thing affect you the rest of the day or you can be like, "You know what? Brush it off. It's not that big of a deal and go on with your fucking day and just look at all the good things that are going on in your life." Like the fact that you are literally able to breathe right now, that your brain unconsciously and effortlessly breathes in and out for you, and you're able to actually get oxygen instead of fucking forgetting and just dying out of the lack of fucking oxygen. Like,
Yes, literally.
literally, like, you should be grateful of all that. And the fact that you're breathing, that you have all your five senses,
Yes.
just finding the joy in life, all of that, it's going to just not heal you in a really good way, but open so many opportunities and so many doors and just honestly clear your energy of all this negativity that you're surrounding yourself with.
I love that.
Once you do cultivate this positive mindset, you just glow differently. The way you portray yourself to the world, it's like contagious.
Yes.
I feel like people automatically can see just like how much happier you are, just how much like fulfilled and just like I said, how you fucking glow differently. And this makes you feel even better, like just knowing that you are that light in somebody else's like life.
Exactly. Because I feel like that is easy. Like you said, your light is so contagious. And like,
Mm-hmm.
you just never know when your light might turn on someone else's light. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why not shine bright for everybody to see like what their full potential could be, right?
Yes. And then I just want to add one last thing that this isn't a race. Like, in order for you to have a positive mindset, it's not something that's gonna change overnight. And it's not a race, you know, it's just like a one time thing and you're gonna get it done. No, like, this is a literal fucking marathon. Like, it takes a lot of work and a lot of effort and a lot of daily practice for you to get to this positive state of mind. Like, just like with like anything, you have to train for it and you have to really like put in the work for you to get to like the finish line. And
Yeah.
that's like was something that I did every day, and I really practiced on it. I would look myself in the mirror and talk positively. I would write in my journal. I'd be write like things I'm grateful for. um I would catch myself, having bad days and then change my mindset, or like maybe even if I was a little mean to someone, I'd catch myself and try to be better, by going up to them and just fixing my wrongs, like Brand said. Just all of that, keep in mind that it's always going to take effort, and like just with you trying to be the best of being the best at something, it all just takes, like I said, practice. But eventually you will get there, and you'll slowly see the progress. And I think just seeing the progress even motivates you more.
You said that's so beautiful, friend.
Thank
And
you.
with that being said, thank you for tuning in on today's video. We are finishing it off today, and we could only hope that you obtain something positive from our video and start applying it to your everyday life routine. And with that being said, we can only hope for you to keep growing
Growing
and
and
glowing.
glowing. Bye.
Bye.